United Kingdom, which consists of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, Germany, Japan, China, and the United States. Well, we're part of the United States, but the United States is so rich and powerful, the whole country generates about $20.4 trillion annually. So that's the spending power of America. But out of that $20.4 trillion, we generate 1.2 trillion of that money. And see, when you get into countries like Russia and Canada, they're not too far ahead of us. They're like 1.4 and 1.8. We're at 1.2, brothers and sisters, and these are whole countries. Now, everybody that I didn't name, we have more spending power than them. I don't care where they are. I don't care if they're Arab oil-producing countries, rich African countries, or wherever. They don't generate $1 trillion in income. They don't have that much spending power like we do. But again, our problem is we give it to other people, so we can't experience a $1.2 trillion GPD. Okay? Or GDP, rather. Gross National Product. We can't experience it because we give it to other people. And my research shows that we only keep 2% of it. Amen. So, some changes has got to be made, brothers and sisters. So now that we know how much money we have access to as opposed to all the other countries in the world, brothers and sisters, what are we going to do with this knowledge? Are we going to use it to control our own destiny or continue to live in poverty? It's time to wake up, brothers and sisters, and start controlling our spending power by buying from and selling to each other as much as we can. As much as we can, brothers and sisters, until we get in a position to open up businesses that sell stuff that we have to have that we don't sell right now. But start off right where we are. We can buy 1 bottle of product and sell 2 bottles. You can start right there. You can buy 1 newsletter and sell 5 newsletters. Start right there. Newsletters that will improve people's health, brothers and sisters, written by renowned natural healers. Doctors that practice natural healing. Let's get that information out to our people. You can make money with that. $2,000 a month through this system that the Durham Corporation has put together. So it's time to wake up and start controlling our spending power by buying from and selling to each other, brothers and sisters, and I can't stress that enough. We've got to start putting our money and votes behind candidates, brothers and sisters, who speak up for us in Congress. We have nobody to speak up for us because we don't demand it. Black America is the richest black nation on earth, brothers and sisters, once again. But because of brainwashing and self-hate, we haven't been able to get ourselves out of the deplorable living conditions that many of our people are living in. So I ask you to join me in my efforts to recreate the prosperous economy, brothers and sisters, that we once had as a race of proud black people. And we can do it. We can do it. Let's reach out for the ones who are spiritually awake and see the same vision that you see. But we've got to accomplish this by buying from and selling to each other. That's the key. We've got to see what every other race of people who are successful and prosperous in this world are doing. And we've got to do it too. But right now, we're the only ones who don't do it. If you look at it, we're the only ones who don't do it. We buy. We'll buy in a minute. We'll scrape money up from wherever and we'll buy. Spend it with other people. We've got to learn to spend it with each other, though, brothers and sisters. We've got to learn to sell to each other. Now, you'll be working for the Durham Corporation, like I said, so as long as you do your work, you'll continue to be paid just like on any other job. And your work is with the hair care products. You will Buy one bottle and sell 2 bottles to the same people twice a month. Every other week. That's your job. I don't need you to work any more than that. And you can do that from home. So don't worry about shut-ins and social distances and all that. God has provided for us. We can do it from home on the telephone. Just have your 2 people that you sell to every other week to send you their money. And you send it in and we'll ship the product out. And then we'll do the newsletter the same way every other week. Collect that $2 from your same 5 people and send it in. And we'll send those newsletters out for you to make your copies, or not copies, but rather for you to forward the emails to your same people. And we'll switch up on the newsletters every month. They'll get a new newsletter talking about a new or a different ailment. The answer to a different ailment every month. Okay, so another thing I want to bring to your attention is that the sales commissions that you receive, I don't care if it's the $500, the $1,500, or the $2,000 a month. These sales commissions that you receive is not tax-free money, brothers and sisters. You'll have to pay taxes on this money. So get yourself a good accountant, because once we get started, you're going to be receiving quite a bit of money. And a 1099 form will be issued to you at the end of the year. Now, that concludes our presentation, brothers and sisters. I'm going to let you all unmute your phones by pressing *6 so you can ask your questions and give me your comments. But our live broadcast is every Tuesday at the same time, brothers and sisters, wherever you are in the country. The same time that you came on today. And I ask you to come on 15 minutes after the hour so that you don't, the telephone lines are not clogged up by everybody trying to come on at once. And this allows you to ask your questions and give us your comments, and also to request your employment forms, be it for the hair care products or the newsletters for the natural healing, natural health. And request your employment applications. And more details, brothers and sisters, you can always email us at WEPA, W-E-P-A, 4U2, that's the number 4, the letter U, the number 2, at AOL.com. That's WEPA, WEPA. That stands for We're Empowered to Prosper in America. Amen. That's our God-given right to prosper in this country that our ancestors built. On free labor, brothers and sisters, we're entitled. Even if other people don't give it to us, we can still unite and work together and accomplish what we want to. So email us at WEPA4U2@AOL.com and request your employment forms and other details about what we're doing. And I want you all to contact the person who referred you to this employment opportunity before filling out your employment form. Another thing I want you to do is, let me see. I want you all to, as far as the newsletter is concerned, understand that this concept is going to move pretty fast, brothers and sisters. So I had to make a note to myself. I want you to come in under the same person that you came in under with the hair care products, because things are going to move so fast and we want to keep everything coordinated. I don't want you all coming in spread out all over the place. We only need one database. So come in where you fit in the last time. If you don't know, then contact me and I'll place you. But it's important that we be coordinated and that we have one database so that everybody can get paid off in a timely manner. So let's keep that in mind. Okay. So that's our presentation for this evening. Do we have any questions or comments about anything that we're doing? Let me, first of all, since we're broadcasting this on video, these are some of the things concerning the newsletters that we're going to be doing. This is a book called Cured, 81 natural cures. You all won't see this, those of you all who are on the call, on the conference call, but when you look at the video, go to Facebook or YouTube and look at this book. 81 Cures, brothers and sisters. That's one of the things that we're going to be talking about in the newsletter. Another one is Health Secrets for Men. So when you go to YouTube, you'll see it, or Facebook. When you go to Recreating Black Wall Street. Another newsletter is 11 household items that causes Alzheimer's. Let me just hold that up so you can see it when you go to YouTube. These are household items to stay away from, brothers and sisters. They cause Alzheimer's, and it tells you what you can do about it. And another newsletter is a special update, Cured, 81 natural cures for cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And it also has information in here about strengthening your immune system to prevent catching the coronavirus. Okay, do we have any questions or comments about today's presentation? While you all are thinking about that, deciding if you want to speak up or not, it's a crime the way things have gone with our people in this country and around the world, really. But I'm really speaking about this country because it's the richest country in the world. And for people to make sure that we stay in the position that we're in, only receiving 2% of our wealth to live off of and so to survive on, it's up to us to change that, brothers and sisters, because it's almost criminal. But if you don't know, you just don't know. And that's why these broadcasts are so vitally important, is to share this information with you all to let you know what's taking place. We need to know what's taking place out there, brothers and sisters. Other people are getting 98% of our wealth, and we're left with 2% to live off of our families because we don't have businesses to spend our money in. Because we've got the habit of taking our wealth, our money, giving it to other people, spending it in their businesses instead of helping each other. We've got to learn to buy black, brothers and sisters, at some point. If we're going to survive as a race of people, you've got to learn how to spend money with each other. So now, do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I have a comment, Ernest.
Yes, sir, David.
Hey, first thing I want to thank you, man, for really your insight and your, because it's information for you and us that need.
Okay.
I want to go back to you that. Okay, let's say it. I want to go ahead. I know I talked at TikTok. I want to lose that. So how do I know how this? I want to get off this call. I want to get started with that.
Well, like I said earlier, we're going to circulate the coronavirus newsletter first, the one that builds your immune system, builds it up and strengthens it so that it'll help to prevent you from catching the coronavirus. Since that's the most important topic nowadays, that's the newsletter that we are going to put into circulation. So once you collect your,
Okay, so what would I do?
well, you collect your $2 from your five customers, and you send that in. You know how to send it in, and I'll email the newsletter to you. And each of your 5 people, make sure they're ready to do the same thing. We don't want to be sitting back waiting on this.
Yeah.
We don't want to be waiting, for payouts because, like I said, this payout is $2,000. So if it's done the correct way, you should be receiving that in the next week or two. If it's done the correct way.
Okay, they have to sit in and so when I get the newsletter from you, how do I get that?
You are going to email it. You're going to forward the newsletter to them. Everything should be done with a push of a button. Everything should be automated. We shouldn't have to do any work like printing out copies and putting stamps on letters and mailing it, going to the mailbox. We shouldn't have to do that. Everything is automated nowadays, and we need to take advantage of that. It's even like when it's time to pay you. I'm not going to sit there and write thousands of checks out every day. That money is coming through some automated pay system. Okay?
All right. As soon as I get off time, I'm going to call you back. It's time to talk. Are you ready to go with that?
Yeah, well, I need to send you your form. There's a different form that you and your people need to fill out. It's an application, another type of employment application. Because now you're going to be selling the newsletters. And you're employed by this company, so actually you're employed by my ministry. But you still have to pay taxes on the money, though.
Okay, so I'll send that money and send out the place.
Well, the hair products is coming from the Durham Corporation, and the newsletters are coming from the Ernest Durham Ministries.
Okay, I understand that. I'm just saying to get started on newsletter.
Let me send you what you need. Let me send you the applications, and then get those filled out, and then we'll get into the newsletter. I know you're anxious to get started, but if we don't put, the first step first, then, it could get confusing as we move along with a lot of people involved. So let's get those applications filled out. I need to know the starting date and everything, because when they start flooding in here, people who have a earlier starting date, employment date, those are the ones who will get paid first. So let me get those applications to you.
Now, go ahead.
Did somebody else have something they were trying to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I wanted to say,
Now, who is this? Oh, Patrice, okay.
wanted to send them out my sister, because I never knew them. Where do I go to do that?
Just, you talking about for the broadcast that we're doing?
Yeah.
Go to Minister Ernest Durham on YouTube. Type that name in. And all of the Black Wall Street programs will come up. We've got a couple of broadcasts out there titled God's Solution for Saving America. This is so that during the time of these plagues that we talked about on the broadcast, you all won't be afraid. Okay? The earth is going through some changes. But there's a law that's in effect called the law of sowing and reaping, so you all don't need to be afraid of the things that are going on out there. That's why I did that video. So look at that when you get a chance. It's part 1 and part 2. God's Solution for Saving America.
Okay, let's record this part for the,
Pardon?
record the dead part for
I can't hear you, Dave. Put the phone up.
okay, this record, this is recording this part for
This is part 11.
11. Okay, come on, time. I had a watch this and the one that didn't see. Okay.
Yeah, last week, part 10 was very enlightening, but we're talking about the newsletter on this one. That's what makes it more important than all the rest of them.
Hey,
Because with the newsletter, we don't have any lag time. 99.9% of the people in the world can use the newsletter, and it's not just, limited to any one race of people. So everybody can use the newsletter. And everybody can use $2,000 a month for helping to get this information out.
all right.
And it's part of the ministry's work. That's what it is, the ministry's work. And that's why it's no charge for it. The $2 is just for, the fees for handling stuff, putting things together. We're not making any money off of that, but it's to show you all that without money, you can still make money. You can still make $2,000 a month. And we're not charging for the newsletter. These are more or less handling costs.
Sir, and last question. What level do you have to get to the newsletter?
Was 5 levels.
Okay.
So when you come in with your 5 people, that's 1 level. When your 5 people get their 5 people, that's 2 levels. And when those 25 people each get their 5 people, that's 3 levels. So when you get to the 5th level of everybody doing the exact same thing, that's when you get your first check. And then the next payout is 5 people getting a check because everything is multiplied by 5. And then the next payout is 25 people getting a check. And the next payout is 150 people getting a check. And now I'm saying a check, but I mean a payout. That means that I'm going to electronically send them some money. Because I'm not going to sit down and write all those checks out.
Right. Right.
And seeing at that point, our banks will be sending you your checks. I don't have to even bother with it. I'll just give them your name. And on a certain day of every month, they'll send your check to you. Or either make a direct deposit in your account. This is why everybody needs to have a checking account. And we mentioned that on other broadcasts. But try to tell the people that you sign up in this, they need a checking account. Because everything's got to be automated, brothers and sisters. We can't be dilly-dallying around with snail mail and writing checks out. Everything has to be automated, direct deposit. So you don't have to touch anything. It's on your credit card or your debit card, and you go to the store and you swipe your card and you're spending the money that you made through what we're doing here from this ministry or from Durham Corporation. Whichever one comes first and whichever one comes the most, that's the one that you go with. And you all can always buy the hair care products. They work. They're excellent products. They work. You can always buy them. If that's the route you have to go, if you're going to make more money with the newsletter. But right now, the newsletter is in the news. People's health is what everybody's talking about right now. And we've got the answers. So do we have any more questions or comments?
Yeah, Aaron, this is Gino.
Yes, Gino.
Did you say that early on that you were going to put it on Facebook regarding the newsletter?
No, I didn't say I was going to put the newsletter on Facebook. I'm going to put the newsletter as far as what the cover looks like, just like I did YouTube here. I just held it up to the camera. So if you go on Facebook and see this broadcast, you'll see what it looks like.
Okay, I will go out and get 5 by 2,000 feet, then I'll contact you.
Yeah, you'll send that money in. If you need to contact me to see how to send it in, then do that. That'll be better than, sending it in the wrong way. So when that time comes, contact me.
And they'll pay $2 each month and receive it.
They're going to pay it twice a month. They're going to pay you $2 twice a month. That's $4 a month. And they'll receive the $2,000 for helping distribute the newsletters. This is our good deed, brothers and sisters. There's an ailing, sick world out there, and we're sending the information out to them. This is our good deed. This is our deed for humanity. Our good deed to humanity. And we're all a part of it. So do we have any more questions or comments?